We will now talk about synthetic division, which is an alternative to long division of polynomials. Synthetic division is a shortcut when you want to divide a polynomial by a binomial in a specific form. So if you're dividing a polynomial by a binomial, and the binomial has to be in a specific form, x minus r, and specifically that x to the first power. So we couldn't divide by something like x squared plus 2, because that's not in the correct form. So it only works in certain cases, but it works in a lot of cases that will come up later in this chapter when we're solving polynomial equations. Okay, so the first step, actually I'll go through an example and then we'll write the steps in up there. This will make more sense after you see it worked out. Okay, so the first one here, we want to divide 2x cubed minus x squared plus 3 by x minus 3. So note that the divisor, x minus 3, is in the correct form, x minus r. X to the first power is the only x term. So the way that this is written, our x minus r, our r in this case, is 3. So the first step, we're going to put the 3 in the upper left corner, and what makes synthetic division synthetic is that we're not actually going to use all of the polynomial terms, all the variables. We're going to basically take them out and just use the coefficients. So we're going to put a 3 in the upper left corner. Now we just want the coefficients of our dividend. So instead of 2x cubed, I'll just write 2, and these have to be in descending order. And then instead of negative x squared, I'll put the negative 1. Now notice it's missing, quote unquote, missing an x term. So we did a placeholder when we did long division. So in this case, we also want a placeholder. We want to fill in a 0 for that x coefficient, and then the constant 3. So we're going to leave a row that we're going to fill in here, and then draw a line across. Okay, so our first step, we always bring down the first term. Then we multiply the 2 by 3 and get 6 and write it right next to it, the arrow here. Then we add down the column. Negative 1 plus 6 is 5, and that's the pattern, and we'll repeat it. Now we multiply 5 times 3, and we get 15. And then we add down the column. 0 plus 15 is 15. And then we continue. 15 times 3, so 45. And then add down the column. 48. And now I'm going to draw a little corner, the bottom right corner there, indicate that. And now if you notice, this is the problem that we worked before with the long division example. Well, this should look familiar. So these are the coefficients of our quotient of our answer, and this is our remainder. So our quotient is, and now when we make our quotient is always going to be 1 degree less than the dividend. So if our dividend, we started with a cubic, when we divide by an x to the first power, just think we're decreasing that by 1 degree. And we actually call this the answer to synthetic division, a depressed polynomial, because the degree has been depressed by 1. So when you write your 2, you know it's going to be an x squared because it started with x cubed, go down 1 to x squared, and then you just continue your coefficients, 5x plus 15, and then your remainder is the 48. So just to label here, these are the coefficients of the quotient, and then this 48 is our remainder. Okay, so we'll go up to the top here, and we'll fill in these steps. So to divide a polynomial p of x by x minus r using synthetic division, our first step, we put the r in the upper left corner. So in the example we did down here, our r was 3. We put that in the upper left corner. Now we're going to list the coefficients of our divisor in descending order. And we don't want to forget placeholders for any quote-unquote missing terms. So in this case down here, we were missing an x term, so we had to fill in a 0 for that placeholder. So we start by bringing down the first coefficient. So down here we brought We brought the 2 down first. And then we're going to multiply by r. And then we're going to add vertically and write the sum below. So in this case, we brought down the 2, we multiplied 2 times 3 and got 6, added down the column, -1 plus 6 is 5. And then we're just going to repeat that pattern. We repeated it all the way across till we filled in all the spots. And then the remainder is the rightmost entry in the bottom row. So in this one we just did down here, that remainder was 48. And we know that the quotient, the answer to our division problem with synthetic division, is always exactly 1 degree less than p of x, than the original dividend. So if you divide a cubic using synthetic division, you're going to depress the degree, go down by 1 in the degree. To get your answer, it'll be squared. If you started with an x to the 4th, it would go down to x cubed. Now I'd like you guys to try this one on your own.